How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, it means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. So, obviously, we have to talk about Luffy's fruit now. We have to talk about what's going on. Why was the government so interested in it? This stuff is way too big to pass up. And, if you are not aware, a lot of people have been pointing out recently that this does correlate all the way back to Chapter 1. Chapter 1, Shanks told Luffy after he ate the fruit that we stole that from our enemy. So, first of all, we have to talk about the fact that there has to be a lot of history behind this fruit, or some extremely significant history behind this fruit, for the world government to want CP9 to guard this thing. This is a fruit that just turns people into rubber. That seems so insignificant when you think about the fact that people can call down thunder and lightning storms from the heavens, make the sea itself quake in fear, light entire battleships on fire just with a punch. Insane stuff. But then, rubber. That is a no-go. That is so much of a no-go that we're going to throw one of our top agents in prison just because he failed to guard it. So, the first thing I went to, because I don't believe Roger had a fruit. We've seen him fight already, actually animated. He was just using a sword. I don't think Roger has a fruit. Had a fruit, I guess. So I immediately go further back to the next big person that is related to all of the history of the world. Joy Boy. If Joy Boy had the Gomu Gomu no Mi, I do not want this to be some kind of prophecy thing. And while I do want us to go down this route, I feel like there should be more to it than just Joy Boy having the Gomu Gomu. Picture back in Joy Boy's day, a final battle to decide the fate of the world. Joy Boy's side, and the soon-to-be-called world government on the other side. Joy Boy, having the Gomu Gomu no Mi, is the final person standing in this war. The last person who nearly is able to win. But, as we all know, the world government did win whatever war they were a part of, and have now created the Void Century. Perhaps Joy Boy was the final pillar standing in their way. Now, this isn't enough for the world government centuries later, to still hold this fruit in such high regard. Just because Joy Boy would have been the last pillar standing and had the Gomu Gomu no Mi is not enough for that to happen. You can chalk that up to, well, Joy Boy was an extremely strong person and he just happened to have a fruit that turned him into rubber. Are you going to give credit to the person or the fruit that made him rubber? You'd probably give credit to just Joy Boy, mainly. So what if throughout the ages, every once in a while, this Gomu Gomu no Mi happened to fall into the hands of somebody with an extremely strong willpower, like Luffy? Somebody who always bounces back, like Luffy, and like rubber. What if this off-the-wall rubber fruit combined with somebody who has a willpower that allows them to always bounce back and never stay down? What if that is the most potent combination that the world government has ever had to face? What if this has happened a few different times? Every time somebody with a strong willpower gets their hands on this fruit, they seem to run amok, cause more problems for the world government than anybody else in the world at that time. What if this is something that has happened multiple times? That would tell the government that we need to get our hands on this fruit and keep it away from everybody else. We can't let people with powerful wills continue to get their hands on this fruit. What's the one thing the government doesn't want people to do? Keep standing back up. What do people with the Gomu Gomu fruit and a strong willpower always do better than anybody else? Always get back up. So this is kind of an idea that I would love to see happen. This is just kind of brainstorming, just a fun idea that I have. I wouldn't even call this a theory because there's not really anything to back it up. This is just headcanon stuff. This is just discussion. But I feel like that would be an extremely cool thing to learn about, the history of the world and how this fruit that we thought so insignificant, we thought, oh, well, it's Luffy. And Luffy still has most of the credit. Just because you get this fruit doesn't mean anything. You have to be willing to continue to stand back up. Hell, this was even a huge part of the narrative in the Luffy and Katakuri fight. The fact that Luffy always gets back up. It's not the fact that you don't go down, it's the fact that you never stay down. And, well, what does rubber always do? It always bounces back. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, like I said before, and leave something down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas about the history of the Gomu Gomu no Mi, because there's got to be something there. It can't just be one person had the fruit and did some crazy stuff. I feel like it's got to be something big. Something real big. I mean, we're getting into endgame here. If we're going to be revealing stuff like this, it's got to be massive. What's more massive than a fruit that pops up 4 or 5 times throughout the past 1,000 years? Almost stopped the Void Century from ever even happening, paired with an iron willpower, the greatest threat the world government has seen throughout history. That seems pretty big. Seems pretty hype. And I like hype stuff. So, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.